Vaseline filter over the whole movie.
Speaking of Vaseline,
Excuse me?
huh? Okay.
Speaking of Vaseline, I don't know.
Where are we about to? Where are we going to talk about a movie that pretty much
Yes.
wraps at Cronenberg's Diddy Party?
No. Oh my God. You're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah, I rewatched it last night. I love that movie so much. And like I know the whole point is for us to be talking about sleaze. I don't know if this is a thing, but I feel like society is like it's sleaze, but it's not like lowbrow.
Well, a little bit.
Compared to street trash, our last watch where there was like attempted necrophilia.
This
I
just
mean, it's
has
weird,
butt
but
heads.
a
Yeah.
literal butthead.
So when this first came out, I watched it, but this was at a point where I was trying to consume like every horror movie I could. Based on my grasp as a teen, I might as well say I didn't watch that movie because I did not have the experience when it first came out as I did this week.
I'm
I
that's
I
fine.
did not wrap my brain around any of that. It was just like, okay, it's just another 80s movie. All right, so we're about an hour. Oh.
Pretty
So
much. That's my experience. I mean, I didn't watch it when I was that young. You probably watched it when you were younger.
we didn't get it until 92. So was it 92 or 93?
92.
So that would have put me at like 18.
That's fair.
I was just looking for like gore and stuff like that. And
Well, that's it. I had tunnel vision for slashers at that age.
Mhm.
I've expanded like over the years, but at the time it was I want a guy with a mask and a machete or a knife or a chainsaw. And this never really appealed to me. Even the cover, I'm looking at it on the video now, like the VHS cover. There are far more interesting ones that come to mind right away. Like, so I don't think it really kind of pulled me in, but I might have been 18 when I first watched it.
Okay.
A lot of it did go over my head.
It was,
And then I
eh,
watched it last year and I was like, oh, okay, so the incest is new. No, it's not new. Somehow, the first time I watched it, I just I think the butthead is so like memorable and that entire scene at the end with the orgy is so memorable that the rest of the movie is kind of not forgettable, but in comparison, I think when people watch this movie, the first thing they think of is that orgy. Rightfully so.
from
Insane.
my first watch, my only takeaways that transferred to this watch was, yeah, the butthead. And possibly the only movie where a person is still alive and was able to show off tits and ass at one angle. And
Yes, okay.
possibly my new favorite shower scene in a movie.
Oh my God. It's an interesting movie. You don't forget it. That's for
Yeah,
sure. But yeah, every time I rewatch it, like I catch something new. And no, that third act, easily like one of the best third acts.
yeah, it hits
And
different as a grown up.
it does. And I will say, what's her name is in it? Heidi Kozak from New Blood and from Slumber Party Massacre Part 2. Anytime you see her appear in a movie, you know you're gonna have a good time. That girl makes the
Yeah,
best trash. And I mean
but
that in a
she
nice
has the
way.
lamest kill in a new blood.
But he's afraid of the water, you see?
No,
He's afraid
even you
of
don't count
water.
it. Even you don't count verses. So
He's afraid of the water, so that wasn't him. I don't know what happened. No, I don't count Freddy versus Jason. Look, maybe
there's
the
been
kill was lame because it was a drowning and there was no blood. I personally think the visual of her death in New Blood, the camera underwater, I mean, look, she's naked. You can see fucking everything.
I'm not
It,
saying it's without merit, but there's been off-screen kills that were better than by the seventh movie. That you don't just drown somebody. I'm sorry.
okay, okay.
All right, let's give this a attempted quick run through.
Yes.
Since
All
I got
right.
the poster up, I might as well try a thing. But
Yes.
yeah,
Try a thing.
so yeah, we kick off with well, I guess first yeah, no. So we get the what do you call it, the interesting title sequence that may or may
That's
not have foreshadowed some things.
Again, all of this stuff went right over my head the first time I watched. But yeah, now you kind of watch. Everything is so visually interesting, and it just like some of it you kind of have to do a double take. It's I don't know,
Yeah,
it's a special movie for
yeah,
me. There's no other movie like it.
yeah. It was moist. It was a very moist movie.
Moist. Oh my God. No, you know what? The family stuff, especially like with his sister, it's really weird. It's really fucking weird. And like I I don't know where they came up with this stuff. Who came up with this stuff? Somebody must have been smoking some LSD because
Well, I
God
did
bless
hear.
them. Because we got this wonderfully weird movie.
Yes, I did actually hear just in the last few days that Brian Yuzna,
Yeah.
he kind of just came up with a very vague concept. I think he might even had like one scene in mind and then just kind of reverse engineered a movie around that. He said he was focused more on the surrealism of it as opposed to logic, or like he almost had to shoehorn a narrative into this movie.
Well, if what I'm remembering is correct, the movie started out as a slasher before Yuzna was attached to the project. It was
Okay.
supposed to be a slasher, um, and then when he became attached, he kind of pivoted the entire thing towards body horror.
Okay.
The original idea of it being a slasher, I'm not sure. I can't remember right now if it was the studio or maybe the director that was there before or a writer, but it was intended originally to be a slasher. And like honestly, I'm so glad because that they went in a different direction because it's that
Yeah.
orgy scene, and I'm not even trying to be like a pervert right now. It's like a top 10 scene. I don't say horror, but like body horror. And
Yeah.
it's not a movie that's talked about very often, maybe because like the other aspects of it are maybe a little bit taboo. The incest thing, yeah, like I said, it's cringe. But like when
It's
you skip all that and you get to the end, it's worth it because like, oh my God, those practical effects. The hand up the guy's ass and then like out his mouth and oh my God, that's those effects are just top tier.
and it's maybe that's part of the reason on first watch it wasn't so memorable, because I mean they're planting breadcrumbs throughout the movie, but ultimately nothing really happens for most of the movie. Yet I think it flowed just well enough that it wasn't boring. Like by horror standards, the first like hour is pretty fucking boring, but it wasn't. Like it still had my interest. It was almost frustrating watching him being gaslit like that.
The first, I feel like you say boring. I think the first act is boring because they're kind of trying to lay some kind of groundwork
Mm-hmm.
where you realize he doesn't trust his family, he hates his family, and then you see like how weird his family is, but kind of in small doses. Yeah, the first act, I'm kind of like waiting for something to happen. Okay, where the fuck are we going with this? But yeah, the second act, it kind of starts to pick up a bit, at least. And that scene where he goes, I forget her name, but he goes to that girl's house and they have sex, and then after she makes him tea, and she's asking him how he takes his tea. If he, does he want cream? Does he want sugar? Or does he want her to pee in it?
You're a
I
class act.
made a video of that. I had to make a video of that. I cut that. That's like top tier.
Like I had to actually skip back, and I'm like, wait, did she say that? No, I'm a weirdo. I just thought I heard her say P. No, she said it.
She did.
I mean, she was comfortable because she loved him. They had sex that one time, and in the '80s, that was grounds for falling in love.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. It was funny. Right after his girlfriend dumps him, or was that before?
No, it was before. Which again,
Imagine
you
cheating
know
on
what?
Heidi Kozak.
I think we should see other people. Was that was like the death knell in the '80s? When someone said that, like that was some hardcore, like we are so done.
We're over.
And it was a big thing at the time, and I still appreciate it for what it is. But like I'm at a point now. I think we should see other people. All right, enjoy. But
Pretty
like in the
much.
'80s, that meant something. But again, that's why I have certain opinions about certain. people, but she said that. So he goes and sees another person, and she's pissed off about it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and again,
We don't say what we mean, but you're supposed to know what we're saying.
yeah,
Don't you get it?
I know. Unfortunately, I do get it, and that's one of many reasons why I'm just an angry soul.
Oh my
To
God.
the point where I'm trying. It's been a long time since I screamed at the TV screen
It's a
because then
little
it was,
much.
oh, was she a good fuck? You know what? If that was me, whether or not she was, like, actually, yeah. Thanks for asking. Like, yeah,
I mean,
I
you would
don't.
get slapped.
I am such. I've become such an asshole. Like, I'm pretty good at translating what someone is saying or asking, but just to be an asshole, I will respond at face value. Like, I'm not going to play the head game of it. I will think of the worst. I'll know exactly what they don't want to hear by the way
Oh,
it
you're
was
one of
phrased.
those.
So, but going back to Clarissa, I I think it was today I learned who originally had the part for
Oh,
Clarissa. Judy Aronson,
no way. That's so
another alum.
cool.
She had the gig, and apparently they started shooting, and she got fired.
I love how like 80s horror is really 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Or not Kevin Bacon. 6 degrees of Friday the 13th. Oh my God, I'm so high.
Yeah, so good old Billy Warlock.
Billy Warlock. I feel like he's on a soap opera now, or he was.
I think
I feel like I recognize him from one of the soap operas.
I think he came up on Days of Our Lives. Oh, apparently he was one of the OG Baywatch people as well.
Look, I mean, for the purposes of this movie, he is a good-looking dude. I don't really think he brought
He's
anything
cool.
special to it, but I mean, the same can be said about pretty much any role in low-budget 80s horror.
Yeah, he's got the what do you call it? A little bit of that John Stamos look about him.
Yep.
Timu John Stamos.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
he fit the part though. He did what he had to do.
It's so trashy, but it's so good. It's the
Yeah.
best trash.
Yeah. So there's some shunting going,
Shunting?
which I'm still not 100% clear. Is that the so
Okay, I'm shivering.
is shunting the Jim Henson part of it, or is it the whole event?
I think it's the whole event, possibly. But
Because I feel like I heard references to it's just the, I believe as the judge put, getting to the bottom of things, that specific action, but I don't know. I'm just
I'm
kind of
not sure
hoping.
either. I mean, I don't know. I feel like shunting would refer to the entire action, the in
The,
and then the out.
the whole eyes wide shut party.
Oh my fucking God, no.
What? What?
Just like the visuals of it, it's makes my stomach do like flips. That's probably for me like the worst part of the whole body horror scene, like at the end, the orgy, when they're all feeding on each other, feeding off.
And that's why I'm standing by Diddy had a hand in this, pun partially intended, because
I mean, what was he, 14 at the time?
I just feel he was born a creep.
No, no, he
Blan-
was, but
So
like I
they
don't
get
think he
Blanchard
inspired
there.
society.
They get Blanchard there, and it's like, all right, watch, this is what's going to happen to you. And then suddenly everybody's oily, not even wet. It's just like a giant came into the room and just sneezed. And I know you're a fan
Yeah,
of
no, I'm,
I know you're a fan of glazing people, but
oh my God, I'm
that
catching
whole
strays.
that whole room was glazed.
Stop.
Oh.
Oh my God.
It wasn't it was like that whole scene wasn't even a sexy moist. It was gross, slimy moist.
When the hand goes like into the ass. Oh my God, I love it. The effects were so well done.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's
Screaming Mad George. I can't think of a time where he ever disappointed. He fucking nailed this.
yeah. No, he did. It's insane.
And again, did any of that look like? I mean, you could kind of almost smell that room.
Why did
It
you have to go there?
because I
Why?
got to make things
Yes.
uncomfortable for everyone. Um,
All right. Well, yes, you can smell that room. It
especially the close-ups.
Smells
Like
like,
none of like when they show
I don't
all of
even go
it
there.
going on, like, it didn't look realistic,
Well,
but it was uncomfortable.
but that's what makes it kind of so special is the effects. Look, the practical effects are great. You don't believe it, but they're still great.
Yeah,
And it still kind of makes you it's still like you still react.
it's
It's one of the more interesting body horror, and I feel like The Substance might have kind of taken a cue from it. There were a few scenes that I was watching. So, like I've watched it a few times, but last night when I rewatched it, there were a few scenes at the end that kind of really gave me Substance vibes. So I do wonder if inspiration wasn't taken from Society. Seriously underrated body horror. Like I see plenty of love for the subgenre. This one is so just for that scene, man. Like
yeah.
you gotta check it out. That scene is so, and I don't even want to say too much because some of it will really like have your jaw on the floor the first time you're watching it.
Hmm.
So good. Everybody's just melting together, and I mean butt face. Everybody's seen butt face, even if you haven't seen the movie. We've seen the GIF. It's literally an ass with a face where the fucking cornhole should be, and that's
Instead, it's just asshole dad.
is it like the best thing I've ever seen in a body horror? I feel like it is.
And I'm sorry, in that scene with mom and sis, I don't know if I could have walked away. That
Dude,
that would have been an experience
dude.
that no one else could ever have claimed to. And at that point, he found out they weren't blood.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Okay, so I did forget about that part where he found out where they weren't related. Okay, so that makes your sentiment a
Less
lot
gross.
less. I was scanning my brain for a way to respond like politely, but I forgot. Like, okay, yeah. Less. Oh God, not like the incest. Even though now, like, that's it. You watch the entire movie and you cringe, and then you learn in the third act, well, it wasn't really incest all along. But I'm not surprised that it would have been difficult for you to walk away.
I'm not. I just feel like the story of that, especially since he got away, sort of, kind of.
Yeah,
But
kind of.
she was one of them. So I'm kind of curious to see the follow up.
But was she one of them? I
Either
don't
that
know.
or she was quite the contortionist
Yeah, I guess
because
you're
there was
right.
that moment, although maybe he had tea before they did it and she pissed in that and she just had some acid and some of that
Oh my
blended it. So he thought he saw her all twisted up.
God. That is, you just took me on a journey. Holy fuck. I don't think so. I don't know. I
What?
guess that's one of the things about this movie is you don't get every question answered. You do.
Eh,
It answers some questions, and then when it's over, you're left with a whole lot of other questions. Namely, huh?
huh? Why? Um,
Why was a big one.
I think just all the questions were that.
I mean, it's a weird ass movie. I mean, Brian Yuzna, what do you expect? Like it's kind of his calling card to make weird ass movies.
Yeah.
And look, I think this is one of his best. Underrated.
I mean, the cult following it's gotten, maybe not as much. I still think Return of the Living Dead 3 is painfully underrated.
It is. It
I mean, it's definitely
100%
a
is.
strength
Melinda
from the.
Clark,
I mean, yes, it's quite the stray from the first two. Like, it took the serious approach, but I mean, now again, when I first saw it, maybe Clark had a hand in it, but I love that movie from go.
it's a great movie. It's not better than the original. That would be like sacrilege.
Although,
Um,
again, they're kind of two completely different movies in one universe.
yeah, completely different movies, both very good for different reasons. But no, look, I'm not gonna lie. Mindy Clark is the reason that I watched part three to begin with. Like the VHS cover. I'm like, okay, hello, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
I think I wore that VHS out.
So yeah, that and uh adopted mother slash sister hybrid. Like I think those are my top two fantasies right now.
Oh my God. The I'm
I didn't
not
know I wanted that until
surprised.
like a
I'm
day
not
or two ago.
surprised. This is like Xvid coded. Um, Again, I'm not surprised. I wish they would have told us earlier in the movie. that they weren't actually related would have saved me a lot of like uncomfortable moments of like scratching my head and
Well, he wasn't
you
related.
you know what? Maybe here's what I think you need to do. I think the trick to watching Society is you need to watch it twice, back to back. You watch it once, then you realize that they aren't related, and then you start it over again immediately and you watch it through a different lens. I think that's the best way to appreciate. I
I,
think I need to do that.
but you know what? Him bringing up early in the movie, like I feel like I'm adopted. Even in that moment, it felt like it made sense. Like, yeah, he probably is. So when they revealed that later on, it wasn't that surprising. I don't know.
Kids say shit like that though.
That's what I mean.
Especially like
But
he's being
for
portrayed as
some,
a kid who just hates his parents. Like it didn't seem out of place to me.
yeah, like normally I would pick up on that as yeah, it's just teen angst. But for some reason, watching it in this movie, it's like, yeah, probably. I mean, they're all blondes. He's not. So unless I'm banged the mailman or whatever.
Never know.
All right, so we'll pretend this was like a review. So where would you rate this one?
I think I gave it 4 stars, maybe even 4.5 out of 5. I love it. I love it. Even with like I think I gave it 4 stars, and I think my 1 star deduction is for the first act because it's a bit of a snooze. Like they're laying too much groundwork for me. But other than that, like I
Well,
said, one of my favorite body horror.
where does the shower scene fall? Yeah, I guess that's like early second act. It felt like it was
Yes,
super early in the movie, but
I think it was in the second act.
all right, I'll let it
The
slide.
first act is just him like hating his parents and his sister being a weirdo.
And just randomly having a moist shoulder
Yes.
and an
It was a
active
little bit,
cyst or something.
yeah, it was just a little bit all over the place. Didn't really, but no, the shower scene is really kind of, I feel like the shower scene is the turnaround. That's when
Boy,
things
was it.
change for the better. Oh my God, no, that's such a good scene.
Like I said, I'm trying to think of another movie where you have someone standing there and they still offer tits and ass all in one shot.
See, you're not going to see it anywhere else. So you know what? This movie is very much like Total Recall because there's some shit in Total Recall that none of us are ever going to fucking forget for as long as we live. And I feel like this is the same thing, tits and
Yeah,
an
yeah, but
ass in the
wasn't it?
same frame.
Didn't they say 2 weeks in Total Recall? Where this was just the judge's party was 1 week. I mean, I'm sure we could find a loophole. Maybe there was a time. It don't matter.
She's got 3 boobs. I don't care about the rest. I
Could
mean,
you
the
imagine
rest
if they had
is
the crossover of these two movies?
society versus fucking, oh my God. Society versus Total Recall. I'm here for it. Yeah, you're asking me about like the timeline. I have no clue. And I enjoy Total Recall, but when you're showing me a movie that has a chick with 3 boobs in it, the rest is just there.
It just
It
noise.
exists. Yep, let's get to the 3 boob lady.
But yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with like a 4 as well.
You enjoy it then.
Oh
I
yeah,
wasn't sure
no.
there.
Like I said, it definitely wasn't the same movie as the first time I saw it. Way back.
It was better.
I don't think I was cultured enough to appreciate what this movie was.
That's that's a very delicate way of putting it. Oh my
Yes,
God.
sometimes
Yes.
I could pretend to be polite.
No, no, but I agree. I think like when you rewatch it, you see there's different layers and yes, your newfound appreciation for the shower scene.
I mean, that's the only thing I appreciated then. But the fact that she was quick to cover up as soon as he opened it. And yeah, he's looking for fucking sunscreen. I understand, like, you just saw something weird, like a weird silhouette coming through the door, but really, again, with him sort of believing that he's blood, like, let me open up the door.
Yeah, that's so weird. That
Yeah.
I have to agree, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Marianne, is there anything out there you'd like to plug?
Oh my God. Oh God, why are you doing this? You're putting me on the spot. Um, I guess I'll take this opportunity to plug my podcast, the Body Count Continues podcast that I do with my friend Evil. Can't share his real name, I'm not allowed.
You
We're
gotta
on
have some
Twitter, we're
mystery,
on
man.
Instagram. We're just two dorks who like horror movies.
Basically, what we do, but they seem to pull off the professionalism a little better.
No, I am high all the time. There's no professionalism.
Is that what it is? We're getting too old and like we're just deteriorating. And
Yeah, I think like my reflexes aren't what they used to be. My response time isn't what it used to be.
all right, well, thank you for spending 6 hours tonight to hang out and shoot the shit.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God, yeah, 3 hours. Wow, almost.
Wow. So the episode will probably be hour and a half, hour 15.
Thank God, because there's a lot of weird stuff in there. So
But yeah, seriously, thanks for coming and hanging out again. And
thank you for having me. I love it. It's so much fun, always.
yeah, it's time for us old people to go to bed. And I'm
That
sure
part.
we'll harass each other online again at some point.
I know you will. I can always count on you for that. I'm always nice, and you're just bully.
Why does everybody say bullet? It's a troll. I'm a troll.
Okay. Except trolls are short.
All right. But maybe I'll
Got
be
you.
maybe I'll
Got
become
you.
maybe I'll become one of these society fucking mutants and I'll like
Okay. I
turn my
take.
legs into stumps.
Oh my God. Well, please
Yeah.
don't do that. That sounds weird.
Or I think it would be almost poetic. So now I have two real machetes. One, well, no, I have more than two. But the important ones, one signed by CJ Graham, one signed by Warrington Gillette. How about if I use one each? And this is sawing my legs, not double fisting myself. That's weird to put on the internet.
All
So
right. That's
again,
that's very graphic.
all right. Well, thank you again. Good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good night. God bless, and whatever
God.
other random sign off stuff. So, all right. Catch up with you
Bye.
soon.
Broadcast completed.
You've been listening to What an Excellent Day for a Podcast. Be sure to come on down to excellentdayforapodcast.com where you'll find our entire catalog. And for your convenience, every episode contains a link where you can text the nerds. Want to throw some praise? Some critique? Perhaps you have a suggestion for a topic you'd like to see us tackle. But while you think about that, you could also check out the connections to all of our socials, including our YouTube channel. Give all them a visit. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with everybody you know. And for those feeling a little extra generous, there's also a button where you can support the show in other ways. Every bit of support helps. Well, that's it for this episode. And remember, stay creepy and keep talking some damn horror.